Hey, Drew, you killed this shit.
Yo. I don't know the goofy shit that Soul Man usually say, but I'm just opening up this joint the way I open it up. Welcome to In the Four Corners of Wrestling podcast with your wonderful host, Marshall Soul Man Simmons. Yes, he got big, he got fat. I am Soul Man Simmons. I am him. Welcome to the Four Corners of Wrestling podcast. Four Corner Boys, foes up. Yes, sir. Quads down. You know what it is. Like now, I'm multi-man T. I used to be on this bum-ass show, but they called me in because they wanted to spike the ratings. So I was like, hey, why not? You know? Hey, so Mr. Multi-Man is here. Let's go around to my panel, man. Let's go around to the guys. What's up, Quabo? Four Corner Original, see? Four Corner Original.
Oh, snap, what it do? Multi-man in the house, yo. Oh, this show's going off the rails real quick.
Oh, yes,
sure you guys tune in. It's going to be fun.
Okay, yeah. King Mel, what's up, pimp? How you doing?
First off, this show ain't no bum. We ain't going to fucking start off like that. He done just dropped the... And y'all just sitting there laughing. Y'all going to take it. Oh, Multi-Man T just called us bums. Thank you, Multi-Man T. No. But what's up, though, yo? Shout out, everybody. Shout out, Marshall.
I can see who's going to be the defiant one tonight. NJ Will, how you doing, man?
Good. Good to see you, Multi-Man.
Yes, sir. Y'all are being a little bit too nice to me right now. I was about to hit you with a chair shot, but I said, you know what? Not going to do it. Not going to do it. So how's everybody's week, man? How's everybody's week going, man?
Man, everything good, bro. Everything good.
Good to hear. Good to hear. The Quabo shaking his head. Hey, listen, Quabo.
It's a good week. It's a good week, man. Can't be mad.
I'm going to have your back on some of these things, not everything. But the first thing I'm going to have your back on is there will be no red couch jokes today at all. You make one, I'm muting your ass. Let you know right now. Second of all, you know, people kind of compare me to Vince sometimes, not money-wise. We know that I'm not rich. But sometimes, you know, insane and stuff like that. And, you know, sometimes Vince will come to Monday Night Raw, they'll have a script, and he'll rip it up. That's what I did to this format that we have tonight. Yes, I ripped it up because I'm looking at it. Well, before I go there with the jokes, let's put our thoughts and prayers with superstar Billy Graham. Let's hope, you know what I'm saying, for the best for him and his family. That's a serious situation. And for those that don't know superstar Billy Graham, if you don't know who he is, just go look at Hulk Hogan. He's Hulk Hogan before Hulk Hogan. That's the best way to describe him to me, other than he was a great wrestler, great talent, great, just a great all-around wrestler from back in those days as well. He's a big name in wrestling. So our thoughts and our prayers from the whole Four Corners, whole 613. We want to send our thoughts and our prayers to their family and superstar Billy Graham. Also, well wishes to Liv Morgan. I'm not sure why. I don't know if she's hurt for real. But if she is hurt, it is not just a storyline, then want to say well wishes to her. But if she isn't hurt and it's a storyline, then we got duped. That's why I got to start looking over these formats because I don't be knowing. The next thing that we're supposed to be talking about, why does people care about this? Brian Kendricks confirmed that he helped the Bad Bunny match. I do believe that was confirmed that he was the producer of that match or co-produced that match. I'm gonna go quick. We're gonna do this quick. This is ridiculous. I don't know why this is on here either. Quabo, what do you think about this, man?
I thought it was cool. It was cool, you know, Bad Bunny having a little help from Brian Kendricks. They're about the same size, so it makes sense.
Okay. King Mel.
It was all right. It's cool. That Bad Bunny got trained by Brian Kendrick to help him in the ring. Produced a great match.
Jay Will.
I'm gonna echo what their point is. I mean, we got a good match out of it. Everybody who worked with him, including him, that y'all did great work.
Cool. Cool. What I would say about it is, it's none of my damn business. For 25 years of wrestling I've watched, I didn't know who produced the match. I didn't even know they had a producer. Shout out to Brian Kendricks. You did a great job. However, it's none of my business. I don't watch the show for that. And I think as fans, we started watching the show for the reasons that we were supposed to be watching it for, instead of who's producing the match. Like, moving on. But I will say, Tyson Kidd, you've been kicking ass in the producing. I've been seeing some of the matches you be having. I cannot hate. You are one of the best producers right now. You be kicking ass. I will say that. And I think I care about Tyson Kidd because, of course, you know, his career ended. Well, it hasn't been confirmed it's ended, but you know what I mean. It's kind of like ended because of injury. So it's kind of dope for him to transition. Jason Jordan, the same thing. But yes, fans, stop caring. We don't care. We shouldn't care who produces any match. We should just enjoy the match for the match. And if we don't like it, trash it. Anyway.
Can I jump in real quick, Mike?
Sure.
I will say though, to your point, you have a valid point with that. I do think to a certain degree we should appreciate people who help train wrestlers, not particularly how they produce matches, but like think about Omos and he learned from other big men that will be helpful for people to learn where they got from, like where they started and where they ended up at. That sort of stuff is kind of cool to know. But as far as who actually produced the match and all that stuff, like that's some of the fine-tuned stuff that fans should just enjoy the show.
Here's why I say this, Jay Will. I'm glad you bring that up. It's an interesting point. You're an Outsiders fan, Jay Will, aren't you?
Yep.
Who trained Kevin Nash?
Ooh, that's a good question.
No. If you don't know, just say I don't know.
No, I don't know.
Why does it matter? The stuff that we actually liked back in the day, where wrestling was at its peak, we didn't know nothing. Who trained Stone Cold? I don't know. Probably some dude named Bill. I have no clue. But nowadays, we worry about everything. We worry about who the referee is. I didn't know who Earl Hebner was until after the screw job. I didn't pay attention to that. You know what I mean? Like, let's get back to watching wrestling for what it is. And moving on, because of that, I'm getting into some wrestling. We got a big match in Saudi Arabia coming up, fellas. Huge match. Huge match. For the WWE World Heavyweight Championship of the World, Craig. We got AJ Styles versus the Architect. He got so many nicknames, I can't even remember all of them. I just remember the Architect and Seth freaking Rollins right now. But he's the savior of something. The Sultan of Drip. He's the man. He's also married to Becky Lynch. That's a fun point to put out. Doesn't mean anything. I just had to fill some time. Anywho, what do you guys think? And I'm going to go with King Mel first. What do you guys think about this match? First of all, let me ask you, do you think that it was the right two people to be in the finals? And what do you think about the match that's moving forward?
First off, I don't think it's the right two people. I was more hoping for the match that we saw on Raw of Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. That's what I wanted. But I am interested in the match just to see Seth Rollins win. Don't matter who, as long as Seth get the jobs done.
Got you. Jay Will.
So of 4 people within that, 2 of the people that I wanted are in it. And I think the 2 people that are there are good choices. I do have a definitive person of who I think is going to win, who's deserving of it, but I do think both 2 are deserving of that opportunity for sure.
Okay. Quabo.
I'm gonna say that yes, the right people were picked. I think AJ going up against Seth is good, especially him coming back from this injury. And it just makes sense to put him up there. He's got years of experience. You got Seth, who's been doing this for a while now too. So have them both in the ring, see what they can do, put on a high caliber match. So I think you got something cooking up pretty nicely.
Okay. Me personally, I want AJ to win. I think AJ will be a difference in. I think AJ will be a different turn for WWE right now. I think it will be a different going into a different direction. He's definitely, because I believe he's the only person I've read today that he's the only person that's ever been a Grand Slam WWE champion and Impact champion. So he's definitely name worthy of being the first champion. I mean, for Christ's sake, the Universal title is sacred now, but the first holder was Finn Balor. So, hope it's a good match. Well, let me not say that. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a banger. I think that we all agree that it's probably going to be a banger.
Yeah.
Other than unless the Saudi heat gets to him. So
you think AJ should win, Mike?
no, I want him to win. I ain't saying he should.
Him, but don't you think that hurt Seth Rollins to some degree?
No.
Why?
Because at this point, to be honest with you, I mean, everyone that's like, we know Cody's thing is finish the story.
Mm-hmm.
But for real, Seth should have that storyline right now. The way he's been losing, they've been piling up losses on him, and not necessarily piling up losses on him, but the way he's been presented. Because I mean, he beat almost. So
he beat Logan Paul. Only person he really lost to is Cody. And maybe
Roman.
Theory.
He lost to Roman last year at WrestleMania. I mean, at Royal Rumble last year.
No, he beat
Then he
him.
lost to Cody. Then
he
he
beat
lost
Roman at Royal Rumble. He beat Roman at Royal Rumble. Roman DQ'd.
That ain't beating him.
That's man. That's a win in the column.
Not on the Tribal Chiefs. Not on the Tribal Chiefs record.
As long as he don't lose that title, that shit don't count.
Right. So we know. I mean, I get what you said. I wouldn't be mad with Seth, but I think Seth is the obvious answer, and I don't think they need to go right now on Triple H's era with the obvious answer.
I think at this point, a guy working day in and day out, as people say, the workhorse. At some point, you got to reward him.
You have.
You know he ain't getting the belts from Roman. Might as well create the secondary consolation prize for him.
And that's what I mean by giving it to him, because that's what it looks like with him. Everyone that's on Raw, that's what it looks like to them. AJ's the fresh face that just came back that ain't been chasing Roman.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying about switching it up, because everyone else that could have won that belt, including Finn to a certain degree, because this is a different Finn than the Finn that went against Roman.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else, Bobby Lashley, Sheamus, all of them were chasing Roman at some point.
Yeah.
The only one that really hasn't really chased Roman or got that chance to chase Roman was AJ. And I don't want to see him chase Roman because we know he ain't beating. We know he ain't going to be the one that dethrones the Tribal Chief. So why not give him a belt? Have him be the first one, because we already know whoever holds that belt is moving to Raw.
Mm-hmm.
Keep him away from Roman as much as you can. Get a banger out of them at Survivor Series.
So
Hey.
that means his whole faction got to leave SmackDown too.
I
We're
mean,
gonna keep him there
no,
because they ain't nothing without him.
because they drafted the OC. They didn't draft just him. So
I know.
yeah, it'll be,
So they got to stay on SmackDown.
no. They'll go with him.
Oh, all right.
Because remember when they drafted, they didn't. I don't think they said AJ Styles. They said
No, they
OC.
said the whole OC.
Yeah, so they'll go with him. Now, Raw is really interesting. You got Imperium, you got Judgment Day, you got New Day still. You got some things you could play around with in there. And with SmackDown, you got some new pieces on SmackDown for real that you can play with. If you want to go back to Seth versus Roman, when AJ wins, Seth goes to SmackDown. But which leads me to my next topic. And this is the reason why I think that it's kind of not the belt is a throwaway, but I think the belt means a lot more now. Because if this happens, Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa are going against KO and Sami Zayn.
Quadruple Roman, baby.
I want to get y'all thoughts on this.
4-piece Roman, baby. 4-piece tribal chief, baby.
Dog, I love it.
Line them belts out.
But this ain't for me. Let's go to Quabo first.
Y'all just they really try to recreate Perk Angle, bro. They're really trying to recreate Perk Angle and have Roman have 4 belts. If he can get to 5, and maybe even 6, he can beat Kurt. But it looks stupid to me. Why, Sikoa? You really gonna win with Sikoa?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
No. You ain't winning with Sikoa. You ain't winning with a Tundra. You ain't winning with an Avalanche. No.
First off,
bro.
This is what I try to explain to all my wrestling friends that don't watch wrestling anymore. The fact that you don't want him to get it is the reason why he's the best.
Facts.
Jay Will, jump in here, man. Well, no, Quavo, you done? Okay.
Yeah.
Will, let's go.
If you look at Roman, you look at dominance. I mean, I tell you this, the funny thing is, shout out to our folks in the chat and the In the Four Corners of Wrestling group. Mel brought up an interesting topic of, did y'all give up on Sami Zayn now? But now we got him back into something major with the bloodline. He got more relevance, and now he constantly lose them titles. He just got.
Mel.
4-champ Roman, man. Put the belt on him. Quavo over there shaking his head no. Just for no reason. We know he defeated your boy Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, so you shaking your head no. We got you. But put the belt on him, all right? I don't trust KO and Sammy. Because one day they look like they be the best of brothers. The next thing you know, KO just put Sammy through a table. So I don't know what's going to happen between that group. But I know one thing. Roman won that belt. Paul Heyman about to lose a whole bunch of weight. Carrying all 4 belts around.
He gonna make Solo carry it forward.
They gonna have to get a shopping cart for Paul Heyman.
Thank God.
Let me say this to a point that Jay Will said. Because Jay Will said that people were talking about Sammy, and now he's back in the program with Sammy. Now he's back in the program with Roman, and it kind of makes him relevant again. Let me let y'all know something. No, it don't. Nobody cares. It could have been whoever holding those 2 belts. The fact that Roman did this to his cousins is the best shit ever.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this, even me, because They call me the Oracle. I didn't see this coming. I saw him doing something to them, but I didn't see him saying, you know what? You fools can't do it. I'm gonna do it. I didn't think I didn't think they was going to lower him to that. But here we are. The never-ending saga of the bloodline. Sammy, no dissing you, no disrespect. I don't know why the fans turned on you. To be honest with you, I don't know why they hyped you up that much anyway. Not that you were doing a bad job. You were doing a wonderful job, sir. However, they hyped you to the point where they thought you should have been main event in WrestleMania.
And they gave him a main event.
You didn't even headline Backlash. No one, it's unfortunate. They did it. They do it to a lot of wrestlers, bro. They did it to Dana Brooke at one point. They hype these wrestlers up like they're supposed to be the best thing ever, and then they just turn on them. So, Sammy, it was a good title run. I don't know what you're going to do now. Because the only way I see Roman and them not winning is if the Usos cost them the belts.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the only way I don't see. That's the only way I don't see Roman and Solo leaving Saudi Arabia without the belts. Not on Night of Champions. When they changed the name to celebrate Roman, hell no. Nope. He gonna get. Won't he be over 1,000 days then?
I think he's hitting exactly 1,000.
Yeah.
No, he's breaking somebody's record that on Night of Champions.
I think
he's got
hitting
43 more
exactly
days to
1,000.
beat Pedro.
You sure it's 43?
Yeah, he's got Pedro has 1,043. So he's got to beat. He's got to beat that. Yeah.
Got you. So he must be just. So you're saying that he's getting to 1,000.
Yeah, Night of Champions. I think he gets to 1,000. He reaches that mark.
Yeah.
Damn, that's not gangster. You hit the 1,000 mark in WWE, be like, you know what? Here's 2 more champions for you.
Not even that. You ain't got to defend the ones that you've been holding for 1,000 days.
He said, go ahead.
That's the most gangster. That's why anyone that hates Roman Reigns, they just hating at this point. Like you really just hate him.
Trying to play him.
How can you hate this guy? This guy is the ultimate heel. Hey, look, I got 2 punk ass cousins that lost these belts to the dude that was blowing that y'all thought should have been main eventing with me. I smashed him. He said, we ain't got a Sammy problem. We got a you problem. He smooched Jimmy.
But that's what I'm saying. He mushed the shit out of his own cousin on camera. I'm like, dog, I understand this is for TV and all, but shit.
He been beating them up since the beginning.
I was about to say that. You must have forgot what he done did to them. That was light.
Nah, this time they were in line too. So, you know, it's different when you were rebellious versus you're in line now.
I don't know. He's kind of been treating them bad the whole time. He told them that he was going to name Sammy Uso. He was on set, but you got to remember.
Yeah, he did that strictly to spite Jay. That shit.
That's what I'm saying. He been torturing them the whole time, mentally, physically, emotionally. He probably don't. Dog, he done told them they got to change in another locker room.
Yeah.
Like, hey man, listen. Speaking of another turn, I already know that nobody's gonna really care except Mel. Don Callis turned on Kenny Omega. The bigger story to me is we now have a babyface Kenny Omega. Before I go to somebody, I don't know who I'm gonna go to first. Quavo, I'm gonna go to you first. Kenny Omega, just go ahead and sign with WWE. They have absolutely no idea what the hell to do to you or do with you in that company. And the sad part is, you're an EVP.
Don't you cry no more.
technically, you control your own debt. Well, you probably don't got the much pool as much now after you got bit by the dog. But Quavo, what do you think about Don Callis turning on him?
I'm at a loss for words. I never thought Don Callis would turn on Kenny.
What?
I never thought it would happen. I thought he was gonna ride with Kenny till the wheels fall off, but
Hey, listen, nothing in wrestling
don't
never
trust
not
Don. Don't trust Don.
Quavo. Nothing in wrestling never not happens except Cena turning heel. That's it. That's the only thing in wrestling
Okay.
that never happened. Sting wasn't supposed to go to WWE. He didn't went, got his ass whooped, almost paralyzed. Nothing in wrestling never not happens. CM Punk told us for 7 years, I'm never wrestling again. Here comes this makeshift company. Anywho, Jay Will, what you think about this, man?
Who you call?
You fool.
Oh shit.
Who?
Go to Mel.
Okay, Mel. What do you think?
That just means he ain't watching, y'all.
Yep.
That's all.
Don't worry. I wasn't about to go back to him. Don't worry. This is a different driver of the bus today. What you think, Mel?
I felt like the turn was supposed to be like shocking, but then I sat there and I realized this is the first win on their record saying Jon Moxley beat Kenny. Because the first out of the 4 matches, the first one Kenny won, but they said the match did not count because it was unsanctioned. So this is the first time. Think about it. He hit the one-wing angel. You know nobody kick out of that. So they had to figure out a way for Jon Moxley to win. And Don with the screwdriver literally screwed Kenny out of a win. It was smart, but then at the same time, we got to see how it pays off. Because I'm still trying to figure out how the hell the beef go from Hangman to Kenny, and now they're not even featuring Hangman no more. They kicked him to the curb. I'm trying to figure some things out here.
Well, how many people in the Black Combat, whatever that crew is called?
4?
Black
It's only
Combat.
4.
4.
It's Yuta, Cesaro,
Cool.
Brian, and
Mox.
Mox.
4.
Answered your own question. That's where Hangman is coming in.
Listen,
There's only 3 of the elite. You think
but
they're
they
going to
kick.
with
Listen,
Nakamura? No.
but they kicked Hangman out for somebody else. It was a Japanese dude.
Yeah, he done too. You ain't seen him back yet. The one that Daniel Bryan tried to get into this Blackpool Combat Club. Yeah.
I want to say Takashine.
Yeah, whatever his
Takeshita.
name is, the guy that was on the show for one time.
Takeshita.
Him. He ain't coming back. He ain't about to be in the
TK2,
elite.
as Marshall would say.
If anybody's going to be in the league, they're going to surprise everybody. It's going to be Kobe or Gubat, whatever. So I can't. I'm like Marshall. I actually might be Marshall. I can't say any of these names. Kobe and Tosh, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Kenny's best friend from Japan, the New Japan. Him.
So pretty much what you're saying is.
Kobayashi.
So what you're saying is Adam Page ain't making it to Rush Hour 4.
No, he is going to be the person that's going to be. They just going to keep using these one-off people that nobody know until they finally make up and Hangman be the 4th man. Okay. That's what they're going to do. I mean, they don't want to work with CM Punk so much that they're just going to keep giving us stuff that we've already seen. No one wants to see Moxley versus Kenny Omega again.
Put him in the steel cage.
And is Don Callis going to be the new William Regal in the Combat Club?
Well, William Regal didn't do nothing either.
Well, he's in NXT.
I know, but I'm just saying for that group, he didn't do much.
Yeah,
He
because
sat
he
on
knew he was
commentary.
leaving.
He sat on commentary, he just was talking.
Because he
That's
knew he
what
was leaving. As soon as he got to
he
that
was
place, he said, "Oh,
doing.
they're crazy here," and he was like, "I'm going right back."
He was speaking that Zeisty still to Excalibur. That's what he was doing on
You
commentary.
gotta understand Vince. Vince hired that man's son for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Help him get him out that contract. They'll never admit it, but that's what happened. Vince wanted him back. Triple H wanted him back because Triple H was in charge at that time. Triple H hired his son. You can't tell a man he can't go work with his son. I mean, you can, but we know Tony Khan. He's the nicest guy in the world to everyone that's besides black people. Everyone else, he's nice as hell to. Anywho, moving on.
Jay, that's a clip.
There's a lot of clips. There's a lot of clips, and we're not even.
Y'all want to talk about Mustafa Ali and Gunther?
Yeah.
Okay, so my man Mustafa Ali got the Cody level pyro for being the #1 contender. This is great for Mustafa Ali. Because we know he about to lose. But at least he got that pyro.
Thank you.
Jay Will, we'll start with you first, because you didn't know nothing about the last topic.
I'm gonna say it for what it is. We had this conversation. Mustafa Ali, yes, he's been doing pretty good so far. Okay, cool. We got a nice setup for him to lose to Gunther as soon as he gets to Saudi Arabia. Now, full disclosure, they did a good job with that 30-man Rumble match. Battle Royale. They kind of led us on to thinking someone could be one of the people. Typically, they show the first person and the last person. But they actually showed us like 3-4 people. They showed Riddle, who had kicked off his flip-flops. They showed Mustafa Ali's entrance. And then they showed Bronson Reed. They set us up with some good stuff that we can happen here. Mustafa Ali ended up being the guy. We're in the Middle East. Hey, Puerto Rico, we had Zelina Vega. We had Clash at the Castle. We had what's his face? He's not on TV right now. Shit. Drew McIntyre. Cool. Let's give the audience somebody in that area, somebody that they will hold on to. That's a smart decision. Is he going to win that belt? Not taking that rocket off of Gunther back right now. No way. I am proud that he's getting his little moment there with that. Like, that's cool. We getting a little shine on that man. Proud of him. Happy for him.
Let me ask you this question. Quick answer. Quick question. Quick answer. If Seth Rollins wins that belt, the World Heavyweight Championship belt, would it make sense to take it off of Gunther? You took too long. King Mel, let's go.
Yep. It would have made sense. And as Jay Will was saying, basically, since Ali, last name is Ali, they felt like we got to give him a match in Saudi Arabia. That's pretty much what he's saying, y'all.
But he's from
Even
Chicago.
though, what happened?
He's from Chicago.
He's from Chicago. He's Pakistan. He has nothing to do with his culture, has nothing to do with Saudi Arabia. But Jay Will mind, yeah, we got to put him there.
Hold on.
It's not just Jay Will, though.
Is Saudi Arabia not a Muslim country?
He has no dissent with that.
But he's still Muslim. That's the whole thing. You know what?
Will, he has no dissent with that.
Okay, so, I'm the host. Let's everybody go to their sides. To Jay Will's point, I get what Jay Will was trying to say. But if there's one country in this world that we know that might not be true, it might be Saudi Arabia, to Mel's point. Like, I don't think they would just throw somebody that's not from that country in that atmosphere. I don't think they picked him because he's Muslim, because they got Mansoor there, who they got from Saudi Arabia. So if they were doing it for Saudi Arabia, I don't think that's like them picking who's Mexican. Who's a Mexican wrestler?
What's his name?
Ray.
Not Ray.
No.
Ray's Mexican descent, but
Escobar, Santos Escobar.
Yeah, there we go.
Santos Escobar. It's like using Santos Escobar as the Puerto Rican guy in Puerto Rico. They don't do that no more. Like, you notice there ain't nobody like even Apollo Cruz lost that weak ass accent, but Quabo. What do you? Matter of fact, man, will you finish?
Nah,
Go ahead.
I just think
Kick it off, man.
Ali piled up a bunch of good matches. He beat a couple high mid carders, and this is his chance to get an opportunity to get chopped down by Gunther. Everybody get a chop from Gunther. Don't matter if you main evented a WrestleMania, and it don't matter if you about to have a good pyro, as Mike pointed out on Raw. Everybody get a chop.
Except the Tribal Chief.
Hey, man. Roman don't want that smoke right now.
You better watch it. Quavo, jump in there, man.
I agree with Jay Will on this one, though. I actually do. The fact that they built it up Mustafa for this, I mean, come on, he's been on an uptrend lately. Okay, it's in his name. Come on,
Huh?
It's in his name, bro. It's in his name, bro. He was mid carded in NXT. Okay, he came back and now he's in here and he's represented. Like they had him teamed up with Veer and with Mansoor, but Mansoor hasn't been working like that, and they haven't really had him working like that per se in the way that you have Ricochet working with Braun, you know, where they've actually had some kind of uptrend building him up. Mustafa has just been building up randomly, and it doesn't really make sense why out of nowhere now you put him in a match against Gunther. You get what I'm saying? Like, to me, it just shows like they doing this for Jeddah. They're doing this for Jeddah.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Why are y'all watching the same product?
I don't think
y'all watching the product. Since WrestleMania, the man's been winning matches. At some point, if you win so many matches, the payoff has to be a title opportunity. It just so happened that this payoff is at Saudi Arabia. All right? That's it.
But there's really no rivalry with him and Gunther.
That's the point. That's why they just crowned the new #1 contender. There wasn't a rivalry. Gunther just got to Raw. He literally this was his first week on Raw.
The man just came back from the honeymoon.
Not
the
even
man
just
got
that.
married.
Okay, so here's the thing, fellas. And this is kind of what I've been trying to get. I've been trying to get y'all to understand. Jose, what you just said made absolutely no sense because you obviously haven't been watching the show. You just said Mansoor don't be getting TV time. In the last year, Mansoor has been on the TV 10 times more than Mustafa Ali.
In winning matches?
Doesn't matter.
Matches?
Doesn't
You know,
matter. You act like Mustafa Ali won a match. He won a battle royal.
No, he's been winning matches.
Against who?
What was that last match he had a few of them,
and he beat Otis.
Right?
And he beat the whole Alpha Academy.
He beat Otis. He beat Alpha Academy basically.
He beat two You acted like when you say he been winning matches, you act like he beat Brock Lesnar. he beat
Come on
Otis.
now, you're making it seem like he has to beat Brock Lesnar in the mid card.
No, but you made it seem like beating Otis is a thing. Who hasn't beaten Otis in the last 2 years?
I feel like he had a match.
That's a good question.
Match against,
I'm not almanac to tell you who hasn't beat him. But I think Otis has a bunch of wins too. What are you talking about?
For some reason, I feel like he had a match against Omos when Omos was heading towards Brock. I feel like that was one of the matches that I do remember though. But he lost to Omos then, I think.
He got crushed by Omos.
Yeah.
Yes. And once again, as I pointed, after WrestleMania, he has been improving on wins.
Yeah, I think that the Saudi Arabia connection, when they literally have someone in the company that they've used before in Saudi Arabia, who they found in Saudi Arabia, I think it's a little bit of a reach to say that Mustafa Ali getting the nod because his last name is Ali. Like Mel said something earlier, literally about Seth Rollins being the workhorse being there. I could see them rewarding Ali. Like, y'all don't remember when Ali was on the internet talking about he wanted to get released?
Yeah.
They don't remember a lot of things. People don't remember when Ali was out there doing programming with Daniel Bryan.
And y'all love Triple H so much, I would have thought y'all would have gave him some credit for doing something different. Y'all just went straight. It's just his last name. And
how is this different to set him up to get chopped up by Gunther?
Because everyone gets chopped up by Gunther. Black, white, Asian, Hispanic. I don't think they would send him there, not being from Saudi Arabia, just to get chopped up because he has the last name Ali. That just doesn't make any sense to me. If they already have somebody else that they can use in that spot. If everyone here agrees, we all agree that he's going to lose, right?
Yeah.
Is Mustafa Ali that big of a name that it matters if he loses? No. So at the end of the day, you can put insert wrestler. You could put Mansoor, Mace, freaking anybody at this point with Gunther. We already know who's going to win. He literally just got the Raw. They promoted it like I didn't even know. This was his literal first time ever being on Raw. On this past Monday. So he doesn't have any feuds to build with anybody because one, when he left SmackDown, he wasn't feuding with anybody on SmackDown. So it's not like they could have carried that over. So
yes.
I don't know. I have no clue, man.
He really didn't have anybody because they ended the feud with the whole thing with him, Drew, and Sheamus. He was involved in matches, but he wasn't wrestling, if I don't remember correctly.
Who?
He was involved because Imperium was involved, but that was it.
Who? Gunther?
Yeah, Gunther.
Nah, this is his first time he's ever been on Raw, period.
Well, no. I'm saying since Mania, his involvement with anything, not particularly being on Raw for sure. Yeah, that was his first time on Raw.
Oh, yeah. I get what you're saying. Yes. But not to shoot down what y'all saying, because I do understand what Jose and Jay Will is saying. They do, for example, Selena Vega probably was picked because it was in Puerto Rico. I get that. But I don't think they're going to pick someone not from a country just because his last name is But moving on, so we all got Gunther winning.
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all really want to talk about Dolph Ziggler and JD McDonough?
I mean, it's a small thing. It was just something that I noticed. They actually showed a little bit of time with them, like having some interactions out when they both got thrown out of the ring. So we got a nice little setup of some interaction between them. We might get a feud on TV, may get some good matches in the opening matches and stuff, giving JD something going on since he came over.
Got you. Jose, what'd you think about
it? I kind of breezed by through it. It's Dolph. It's too late of a time for him to shine like that for me, personally.
This is something I do agree with you on.
For me personally, yeah. I
do agree with you that Dolph is old, but I do think he can kind of help. Do you think he can help him?
No, I think he would definitely help uplift, JD coming from NXT. coming into the Raw as a new, new member and coming up to the new roster. Yeah, I think it's a good placement. But I don't think it hurts Dolph. I also think it doesn't boost him, but it also does show how he's a company man and he actually helps out the talent. So, good for him.
That's definitely how I see it as well. Mel, what you think?
Corny.
Huh?
Corny.
You think it's corny?
Yeah.
Why do you think it's corny? You just don't
Man,
want to agree with Quavo and Jay Will tonight, huh?
nah, it's not even that. It's just
You're being a meanie.
nah. It's just the fact that it's Dolph Ziggler. I haven't found Dolph Ziggler interesting since he was feuding with The Miz. Everything I found was corny.
Got you. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so it's like it was cool that he did the little Braun Breaker stuff. It made a little bit of traction, but I still found it corny. So this right here is corny because he most likely loses all his feuds.
Got you. Okay. Moving on. We keep it brief. We kept that one brief. Trish versus Becky. Does anybody care?
It's not that we care, but it's the fact that we don't care. And why is this happening? That's why it's on there.
Okay. So you don't know why it's happening?
No, I know why it's happening. It's like why? Do you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. I get. I mean, other people might not get what you're saying, but I'm here with you, Quavo. I got you. I understand exactly why you're saying that. Because it's why. Why are they wise? Jay Will, what you think? Why?
I think the interaction between the two of them is cool. We're getting some good mic work between the two of them. I'm not sure how much of a match I'm looking forward to seeing from this, but I mean, hey, TV.
Okay. King Mel.
I'm intrigued.
Okay. This has been a great episode of In the Four Corners of Wrestling podcast tonight. With your boy, Multi-Man, filling in for my man, Soul Man. Hey, listen, I don't want to do this shit no more, Soul Man, so get your shit together. All right? These guys get... Oh, gosh. Why are you intrigued, Mel? Because Quavo and them say they don't care?
Nah. Think about it like this is how I see the rivalry. Becky has become something almost to the Rock and Stone Cold status.
What? Okay.
Almost.
Hold on, let him explain.
This is what I said.
What are you about to say?
She has held the Raw Women's Champion the longest and surpassed Trish. So I'm just interested in the idea of Trish coming back and working with a high quality wrestler.
You know what? The thoughts and opinions here expressed by King Mel are not associated with 613 Faye Productions. Disclaimer for all shows.
Hey, yo, fans, don't listen to him.
No,
He ain't
don't
even on
listen
the
to him.
show.
He said a good wrestler. When has Trish been a good wrestler?
I never said Trish was a good wrestler. I said Becky working with
a
Becky
good
is a good wrestler.
Trish isn't a good wrestler.
But Becky's not?
Yeah, but she's not working with herself. You said you're interested in seeing Becky work with a good wrestler. If she's
No, I said I'm interested in seeing Trish work with a good wrestler.
Okay. Everyone.
Hold on, wait.
Another thing about technology is when you're watching this on YouTube, if you watch it on your phone, you can just go do 30 seconds behind. You'll hear what he said. But if I'm wrong, let us know in the comments. We're gonna move on. He wants to see it. He's intrigued by a 50-year-old woman and a gingerhead woman that still calls herself the man. He said that Stone Cold and The Rock, she's Stone. Lord have mercy. What is going on? I keep forgetting he didn't live the Attitude Era. But
once again, I said she was close to getting towards that level.
You know what? We're close to getting 1 million views. We ain't there yet, but we close. Moving on, man. Moving on. Xavier Woods versus Dominic Mysterio. Quavo, go ahead, man.
Okay, yo, Dub, I'm glad you're doing this work with Xavier Woods. It looks good. I like the interactions you have with Rhea and how you guys were doing it in Raw. It's entertaining. I like it. It looks good for you, Dom. It looks good for Xavier Woods too. Up, up, down, down. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay. King Mail. We already know what's about to happen right here.
Nah, it's interesting being Dom's first feud besides Rey Mysterio. If they're pursuing that
out here, I see.
If we're pursuing that, that's how I really feel though. Like sometimes, we can't keep watching the father-son thing; it'll get stale. So seeing him go against Xavier Woods, especially with Woods working by himself since all the New Day's hurt.
Hey, Mel, guess what? This has nothing to do with wrestling. You suck, your team suck, and we about to win the series. You see how I did that? The Man Cave Sports Podcast each and every Saturday. Y'all make sure you tune on. Hey, listen, my team be winning. I've been telling y'all that my team be winning. Mel's team sucks. He likes Boston. Why? He's from New York. Who cares? I have no clue. But
this man like the Miami Heat.
I lived in Florida.
Listen,
never lived in Boston.
Listen.
Anyway, let's Jay Will. Let's go, Jay Will. Come on, Jay Will. Jump in here.
To Mel's point.
Hold on, Jay Will. You've been taking shots at these original four corner boys the whole goddamn time you've been on here. I'm gonna give you hell today. Go ahead, Jay Will. Let's go.
I'm just trying to figure out who let him on the show. I'm just trying to figure out who let him on the show. First of all, you ain't about to Vince McMahon me.
I do.
Hey, dog.
I made the name up. I hired the cast. Hey, even you.
Hey, dog, there's so many clips.
You gotta know that I am too witty. You might think you got me. I wiggle my way out. Jay Will, go ahead, man. He's taking up your talking space. He's taking up your talking space. I don't know how y'all do this every week with him. But I'm gonna get him. Go ahead, Jay Will. I got your back.
All right.
Speaking of you be talking shit too, Mr. Popeye Chicken Man. Don't be messing with Quabo, man. Quabo is the baby face of the show. We need him to get this money.
Okay. To Mel's point, it is good to see that he's in a feud with somebody else other than his dad. I do think that that's going to be kind of a long-standing thing, just because of how much heat they've built up with him with it. But I think at the end of the day, it's good to see him working with somebody else. And again, he worked really good. That was a good match, a decent match that they had.
My brother was here and he watched it with me and Marshall. He was entertained. That's how I knew it was good.
Yeah.
Whenever he's entertained, he don't like nothing I like. If I like it, he don't like it. Kind of like how Mel been doing this whole show with y'all two. So, the fact that I loved it and he loved it and he was entertained, I was so pleased. Because it was just me and him and Marshall over here, so he loved it. But yeah, man, and he got it too. He got it early. He got it real early. He like on some like he knew that we was going to do boo down. He just knew. Usually he'll wait to see who I'm voting for. You know, he's booing down off jump. Anywho, yeah, we're not gonna talk about that. I'm guessing Marshall put that on there, so I'm not gonna talk about that. Quavo can't stop laughing. AEW, this is a curveball. This is not on the format. I told you I ripped it up. AEW, why at the time we're recording, announced a new Saturday show. I have to apologize to Soul Man because I said a while ago, either on this show or in the chat, I'm a man. Soul Man, I apologize. I said Turner would not give them another wrestling show. Let me let y'all know something. I'm not related to them Turners. Even though they rich, they stupid. I'm not them Turners. I'm broke. So you might think I'm the dumb Turner, but no. They just spend money for nothing. They just spend it and lose. And it seems like with wrestling, they just be spending money. What y'all think? Do y'all think they deserved another show? I mean, come on now. They couldn't handle the shows they have now. They got $8 million people on the payroll that ain't been there in 9 months. You got CM Punk, who y'all know that's my guy. Phil Brooks has been getting paid millions of dollars for 9 months to not do nothing. And you gave him another show.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ. We need to get 613 rich real quick, because if the way he's throwing out money, they can tell us we need 12 shows. Okay, we'll give you 9. We'll tell you we'll do 12. We'll give you 9. Get the money and go. But Jay Will, what you think about them getting a third show?
A third show on TV of all AEW talent on top of having to manage Ring of Honor at the same time and their whole streaming thing that they got to have happening. Wow, this is a lot going on here. Best of luck.
Do you think they should have got another show?
No. I think I specifically think that the night is not. I mean, I don't know where else they could have done it as far as the night is concerned, but like that's a heavy competition on a Saturday night.
They should have did what the hell they keep saying they wanted to do. They want a war, right? Go fuck with Monday or Friday if they really about it. Leave. That's all I'm waiting for. Because that will be the end right there, to me personally. They've been talking about this war shit. They're a major league company. You was going against WWE's developmental, and you barely beat that. So if you really want a war, go to war. Go hop on a Monday and see what happened to you.
Mel's taking so much offense to this, talking about his boss.
Who, Mel?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a chair shot. You gonna let him say that?
You hear this Popeye biscuit liquor?
Hey, don't say it. Don't ever say nothing like that again. He called you a Popeye's biscuit liquor. That means you lick the biscuits. Hey, you gotta be extremely hungry to lick a biscuit, bro. Here am I telling y'all gotta do less joking on the show, and I'm encouraging it. I see why Marshall let y'all do it.
This show has completely got off the rails.
No, he took it off the rails.
That's a clip.
Listen, he took it off the rails. But last topic, man. Yeah, I'm not talking about that either. Last topic.
Hey, you just gonna skip me? You're not gonna let me?
No.
AEW was.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Quabo. What do you have to say?
Like tap.
What do you have to say about AEW? Ooh.
They don't need a third show.
I knew you were gonna say that's why I ain't come to you.
They don't need a third show. They can't even get a solid time for the second show.
That's true. Good point.
They can't.
That's a very good point. Man, I should have came to you. You're right, Quavo. I'm sorry. I'm not that experienced as a host. My apologies.
You don't know how your job.
Don't patronize me, Mike.
Thank you.
Let's go to the next topic.
Thank you for kissing up, Shawn Michaels. Thank you. But okay, so let me just throw this out there. As overall, Night of Champions, what do y'all think?
With what we got on the match card for right now?
Yes, what we have for right now. Or just overall, what do you think it's going to be? Do you think it's going to be, because WWE pay-per-views have been very good in the last
almost 2 years.
I'm about to say it's been a while now that they've been
since WrestleMania 38. Their pay-per-views has been going up and up.
Yeah, their pay-per-views have been super solid, if not great. Some of them. So, what do you expect from this one? Night of Champions. Roman will be celebrating his 1000th day.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta get into details because I know y'all gotta do the prediction show. But Quavo, what do you think is gonna?
Honestly, I think it's gonna be so-so. I don't think it's gonna live up to the hype. Coming after Backlash, coming after that kind of a pay-per-view. In my opinion, I think they got Roman, so it's got to at least give us some kind of quality. But I still don't think it's gonna live up to the hype.
Okay, Jay Will.
Fuck what he talking about. I think so far, based off of the match list, what we got going on, we got a really good set of matches we got going on. We got Roman and Solo for the tag titles. We got a setup for Bianca and Asuka again. We got another setup for the new title happening. We got some banging matches going on. Gunther defending his title. This is a star-studded match. If you watch our
Pay-per-view,
Black Champ Challenge, Jose had almost every match be a title match. This is what this event is looking like, and you got good quality wrestlers putting up titles on this match, on the show. I think it's going to be great.
Okay. And Mel, currently y'all are beating us 66-59. I don't want to let you know, buddy, that's not a large enough lead for us. You better call Tatum up
man. So my take is right because I ain't trying to worry about what this in the man cave sports podcast guys talking right now.
Hey man, listen.
We here, we talking wrestling, all right? And my boy Marshall will say wrestling. So for this pay-per-view, I'm not expecting too much. Just like the last pay-per-view, because when you expect too much and then they don't deliver, you get mad. Then when you expect little and then you feel like they delivered a lot, it feels good. So I'm just not going to expect too much. I believe, as Jay Will says, solid card. I don't know if it's going to live up to Backlash, but I'm not hoping it does. I just want it to be good and everybody enjoy.
Got you. That's a, great answer from a loser. Hey, Jay Will, tell them where they can find you at on the social media.
Not on all the socials. On Twitter, you can find me at 4CB_J Will with 1L. You can find me on Instagram _Pharaoh_Will with 1L. You can find me on Facebook at J Will with 1L on Facebook in the Four Corners of Wrestling group and some of them other wrestling groups. You can find me on there talking all that good stuff with everybody.
Quabo, where can they find you?
Shocked. You can find me shocked at what the hell? How did he do all of that without blinking? That's impressive. Jay Will, go ahead, bro. Good job. Good stuff, bro. You didn't even have to look at your hands or nothing. My guy. Didn't even have to write nothing down. Anyways, Jose Quavo 8 on all social media platforms. Holla at your boy.
You know why Quavo's funny? Because Jay Will and Quavo about the same size, but Quavo don't make fat jokes.
He makes Popeyes jokes every week.
No. We just make fun of you eating Popeyes. That's not because of your size.
That's not because you're big. That's because you love
That
Popeyes.
has nothing to do with your size.
You could be skinny and love Popeyes. We still make fun of you.
It has something to do with you told us them strawberry biscuits were coming out 6 months ago. How do you get that information?
We don't know
That's
that
what's
breakfast
funny.
menu coming out, Jay Will.
You definitely told us those strawberry biscuits were coming out. But anyway, Mel,
hold on, Jay Will. You saying Popeyes got chicken and waffles coming out soon?
Hold on, wait a minute. You weren't on the show when we went to the Popeyes Museum?
He was there. He was on the show.
No, he wasn't. I was still on the show.
Wait, you what?
You don't know.
He don't know.
Yeah, so listen.
Time to go back.
Okay, got you. Real quick. This man goes to a wedding. You know what I'm saying? Go to his friend's wedding. Great guy. He's a great guy. Somebody invited him to his wedding. Cool. Out of town, too. Great. That's great. Let me show you a good character. He's in Louisiana during Mardi Gras. He don't get no beads. He don't go throw no beads. He don't see nobody with no beads. He finds out the Popeyes Museum is in Louisiana. He goes there. He gets the secret recipe. He tried their breakfast food. He said, when you go to Popeyes, they got the little jars with all the little ingredients in it. He said they really use them down there. He said the strawberry biscuits.
Why is this show still going on?
If you don't believe me, go back and listen to season 4, I believe. He literally told us the strawberry biscuits were coming out, and they came out.
Might be season 3 or 2. We'll find it.
He got the CEO. The lady, the dude that be love that chicken for Popeye. He know him. He don't know the woman that be like that voodoo chicken. He don't know her, but he know the dude that sing the little jingle.
Dang.
Yeah, when it was bona fide chicken. Yep.
So,
Hey, dog.
King Mel, go ahead, man.
So,
Give us your
damn, Jay
social
Will,
media.
in my Keith Lee voice, so the food down there was inquisitively.
That's exactly what he said. He sounded like Keith Lee when he came back and told us the story. He
I
told
hate
the
every
wrong
one
group
of
of
you.
people. He shouldn't have never told me that. I mean, you never should have told Mike T that you went to Popeye's museum. Ever. You never will let it down. You
I
gotta
hate
go through.
all of you.
Huh?
I hate all of you.
Hey, listen.
All
Cholesterol.
right, fam. My socials are Jemell Scroggins on Twitter and Facebook. King Mel 13 on IG. And y'all can catch me on LinkedIn as #1 Heat fan hating on the Heats because of Mike T. All right.
Listen, my brother's here with
Y'all
me.
gonna find him on Indeed
My
too.
brother's here with me. No one is the #1 Heat hated fan except him. He hates them anytime we're doing good. He hates them because of me. You can be #2, just like Boston's about to be. Moving on. You can find me on Twitter, Mike T304. You can find me on Instagram, mturner304. But I'm about to change my name to everybody like Mike T. And Michael Turner on Facebook. You can also find me on every goddamn show on 613. It seems like now. I keep trying not to do shows, but for some reason they keep putting me on shows. They work me like I'm Steve Harvey. Fridays on Facts podcast. Also, Cracked Out Go-Go Happy Hour Friday night. Saturdays, you can find me on the Man Cave Sports Podcast. Obviously, you see me here today. I don't know how long we'll be around. I'm hoping Marshall gets back next week. I can't take these guys. I mean, this is going to be another 1 million view video right here because of moi. So, thank you. You all, Jay Will, you're welcome. Quabo, you're welcome. King Mel, you're welcome. Acknowledge me.
We almost at 1 million.
Oh, almost at 1 million, guys. We're almost there.
Almost at 1 million. We almost there.
Hey,
Oh man.
like Marshall, Goofy, I'm doing this for the 40-year-olds. Like Marshall, I'm not 40 yet. I'm doing this for all the old people that play video games. Listen, like Marshall says at this time, don't try this shit at home. Leave it to the professionals. Foes up, quads down, and we out, man.